Hello, 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 beautiful becomers. How are you today? I hope everybody is doing great. Oh my goodness, the weather is frightful in our area. How is the weather in your area? Y'all, it's Coach Tracy. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am a life coach, actually a mindset mastery and empowerment coach for my sisters. And I actually help them to become confident and unapologetic in loving their true self using mindset tools so that they can heal from the trauma that has been holding them back from being their best selves. And trauma could be generational trauma, it could be historical trauma, it could be from a relationship, it could be childhood trauma, it could be from being in a car accident. Trauma is trauma, okay? And again, I'm not a therapist. I am a coach. I support them in the healing process. Okay. Want to make that clear because I don't want to get anyone confused. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm actually streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, inside my private group, Unapologetically Me. If you have not joined the group yet, I encourage you to do so. Again, it's the Unapologetically Me Facebook group, and I'm also streaming on on Instagram. So if you see me looking away or waving or saying something, it's because I'm multitasking. Hey, Robin, thanks so much for joining me. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to get on, but those that are on with me now, I want to say thank you so much for joining me because, hey, I know it's Saturday. You got things that you want to do, things that whoa, no, Robin, I am so glad you're doing better. Oh my gosh, Lord. One of my good friends is just let me know she's recovering from COVID. So y'all send up some prayer, healthy and get wells for her because we know COVID is not something to play with, okay? And if you are joining me on the replay, please let me know so that I can make sure I respond. If you know of someone who you think it would be beneficial for them to hear what I've got to say today, please hit that share button because sharing is caring, right? All right. So here's what I want to talk about. I know Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and a lot of people are in their feelings, in their heads about Valentine's Day for various reasons. And hey, been there, done that, got the T-shirt to wear it. Okay, it's tough sometimes. We want to be recognized. We want to be loved on by significant others, by the people that we care the most about. And when you're not in a relationship, sometimes it can be tough on some of these holidays, but I wanted to talk about that because what I wanted to do is to encourage you to really think about why it is so hard and why you're in your feelings, why you're upset about it, because it's a holiday. It's a very commercial holiday and it's a beautiful holiday because it's about love, right? I get it. I get it. But and y'all know I don't like using the word but I am using it now because I really need to stop you because you have to love yourself first. And when you love yourself first, you're not looking outside of yourself for things that you can actually give to yourself. Now, I'm not saying, and please know that I am not saying this, I am not saying that it is wrong to want it. There's a big difference between wanting it and desiring it for yourself because it's something that you would like to share with someone versus wanting it and being upset and being in your feelings and in your head and feeling as if you're not enough, that you're not worthy, and that you can't get a man or a woman or whatever it may be. Big difference because we all have wants and desires. So I would never tell you not to want it. Never, because I, of course, wanted to. I just reminded my husband, don't forget to get them cards. Don't forget to get that gift. But that's an inside joke because anyway. So again, it is human. human nature to want those things, because all of us want to be loved. All of us want to be appreciated. All of us want to be remembered. And we want someone to express their love for us. But when that's not possible, we have to have the fortitude and the level of self-love for ourselves, that we don't get in our feelings and get in our heads and actually have a bad weekend or a bad day just because of one day that's going to be here and gone tomorrow. Okay. So let's talk about what self-love is, because there is a difference between self-love and self-care, and people are using these words synonymously, and they are not the same thing. So let's get into it. Self-love, I'm going to break it down to you like this. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. I love my mother. I love my husband. I love my children. I love my friends. Okay. And I love them. And because I love them, I want the very best for them. I want them to be happy. I want them to be successful in every facet of their life. I want all good things. I want them to have abundance and prosperity. I want the absolute best for them. Right. Well, I want the same thing for me. That's self-love. Okay. I want the absolute best for me, and I hope that you want the absolute best for yourself. And if you don't, we need to talk, okay? You want the absolute best for yourself. So self-love is going to remind you that you have certain standards in place that you require, so that the self-love that you have for yourself is not trampled on, that you don't push it to the side because of someone else or something else. Okay. And self-love is going to actually connect you to your self-care. Okay. Self-care and self-love work together, but they are totally different things. Remember, we talked about, I love my mom, I love my children, my husband, and so forth and so on. Because I love them, I'm going to do things to take care of them. See where I'm going with this? So I am going to care for them. I'm going to care for them physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, and environmentally in those cases. And when I say environmentally, I mean my space. Okay, because my space is very important to me too. If my space is not clean, if it's not smelling good, if it's not spacious enough for me, if it's not tidy, all those things matter. Okay, so self-love is how you feel about yourself, that you want the best for yourself because you love yourself. Love is a noun, and it's also an action. And because you love yourself and putting in action, you're going to put in place those things. Self-care, and self-care can look like a number of things. Self-care can look like boundaries being set, enforced, and maintained to make sure that you are loving yourself with the standards that you set for yourself. Okay. So because you love yourself, you are going to set a boundary on how you are going to be spoken to, how you're going to be treated, how you are going to be handled, if you will. So you're going to set those boundaries. You're not going to let someone guilt you. You're not going to let someone shame you. You're going to do those things to protect your mental space, your emotional space, your intellectual space. That goes for, you're going to set a boundary. You're not going to let somebody gaslight you. Okay? You're going to eat healthy. You're going to eat balanced meals. You're going to drink water. You're going to take your vitamins. You're going to exercise because you love yourself enough to take care of your physical as well. Okay, so I hope that gave you some clarity on the difference between self-love and self-care, because there is a difference. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about 5 ways that we can celebrate self-love this weekend. I know a lot of people are going to be celebrating with their girlfriends, and that's a great thing because today is Valentine's Day. If you can get around, and even if you can't, because in my area it's icy, so I don't think many people are going to be going out. And if they are, I hope they're going to be really, really safe. But if you're celebrating Valentine's Day, that's a great way to celebrate Valentine's Day with your girlfriends. And if you cannot do that, here are 5 ways that you can celebrate and love yourself and practice self love and self care this weekend and still and be in good spirits, have a good mind space, and good feelings and emotions about the weekend. The first thing that I would suggest you do is to make sure that you treat yourself to those things that you would want someone else to treat you to if you were in a relationship. So go out and buy yourself the flowers, go out and buy yourself the chocolates, go ahead and buy that cheesecake that you've been wanting, go ahead and buy that beautiful bracelet at Tiffany's that you've been looking at. Whatever that thing is, treat yourself to dinner. Do that thing that you would do for yourself. Okay, that's one way. Treat yourself to a nice gift. A lot of times we don't treat ourselves. We're waiting on someone else to do those things for us. So let me tell you how that works. When you're willing to do that for yourself, and people already know that you are doing it for yourself, it is much, much easier for them to want to do those things for you because they already know that you're doing it for themselves. And plus, you have set a precedent that, hey, I like nice things. I like to do things for myself, and I can do things for myself. The icing on the cake and the things that make it really great is when someone else is willing to do that for me and there's no strings attached, right? Okay, that's one way. The second way is to simply do absolutely nothing. Just allow yourself the permission to do nothing. And that is hard for us to do a lot of times, to just do nothing, right? Chill out in your favorite PJs, get your favorite wine, your favorite foods, your favorite snack. Y'all know I love me some Trader Joe's chocolate ice cream. Yep, that's me. Whatever that, and do absolutely nothing. That's a great way to show yourself, because remember what Audre Lorde said, self-care is an act of resistance. Rest is an act of resistance. Okay, it's a great way to show yourself some love, because 9 times out of 10 we've been pushing and pushing and pushing and going and going and going. That's our MO, right? So that's number 2. Number 3 is cook yourself and cook yourself a wonderful meal and have it with candlelight. And you can take it a step further. You can make it like a picnic, and you can get your own rose petals and you can put them out. Again, lavish these beautiful things on yourself. Okay. All right. Beautiful meal, or it could be a picnic, and you're sitting in front of the TV or your fireplace or whatever, and you're just enjoying yourself. That is absolutely so fun. Okay, because look, ain't nobody eating your popcorn, ain't nobody eating your chocolate, ain't nobody drinking your wine. It's all yours. You ain't got to share. See, there are some benefits to not having anybody. You don't have to share. The fourth thing that you can do to celebrate yourself is to write yourself a love letter. Okay, a letter where you are loving on yourself, where you are showing gratitude for yourself, where you're appreciating yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because that's the one thing we are not taught. We are not taught to love on ourselves and to be grateful for ourselves and to appreciate ourselves. We're taught to give all of that nurturing and love to someone else, and it's outside of us. And here's the problem with that: when everything is outside of us and we're given to everyone else, we sometimes, one, don't know how to receive it from other people, and two, we never get an opportunity to know who we are at our core. We don't get a chance to really love ourselves and really go, so you know what I really love about myself? I love that I'm kind. I love that I'm patient. I love that I'm compassionate, that I'm empathetic. I love that I'm fair. I love that I don't take no mess. You know, we don't get a chance to really say that. And then when we do say it, sometimes we have people that's pushing back on us. And that's when we have to set up those boundaries and say, hold up, wait a minute, stop, pump your brakes, pump your brakes. What you not gonna do, right? Okay. So that was the fourth way. The fifth way is to engage in a practice of giving to someone else. I know it sounds crazy, but let me tell you, there is another sister out there who is lonely, or as my girlfriend who is getting over COVID right now, she may not be able to have someone to come out and hang out with her. Maybe taking her a meal, taking her a bouquet of flowers, something that can brighten someone else's day. Or maybe it's an older person that's here, and because of COVID, they haven't seen their loved ones, and it would be really nice to have someone visit. Or if you're in a grocery store or in a store, you can just grab a single rose or a single carnation or a card or something and give it to the person at the register and put a smile on somebody else's face. Y'all, the scriptures, there's more in giving than receiving, and a lot of times it really is. So that's 5 ways that you can celebrate your self-love. And the last one, when I'm talking about the self-love, from that is showing who you are at your core, and that's beautiful love for yourself. Okay, so that's all I got for you. But I did just want to encourage you to not look outside for that love. Look inside for the love that you may be wanting on this Valentine's Day. Because trust me, sweetie, the love that you give yourself, no one could ever beat that. No one can ever beat that. Okay. So y'all going about your business. I'm going to finish some stuff that I need to get done that I haven't gotten done because I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. I'm going to finish my cold tea. I'm probably going to go heat it up again. And my mug says, be amazing. Y'all go and be amazing, okay? And have the rest of your day. I pray that it is awesome, and make it awesome on purpose. And until the next time we talk, let's just continue to grow, thrive, and flourish, ladies. I love you guys.